Russell not really happy with the grip he's having out there. Let's hope he stays safe as Colapinto goes 8th fastest and into Q2. That should be good enough for the young Argentinian who scored points last weekend in Baku. Hulkenberg goes 10th fastest as he crosses the line. Russell's down to 12th. Is he going to be okay? We'll find out. Here's Lance Stroll, who had a crash at the final corner here last year, knocked out in Q1. He's not crashed this year, but can he get out of Q1? He crosses the line, and no, he does not. He's 16th only for Lance Stroll. He's got no pace in that Aston Martin. Here's Esteban Ocon, and he goes 14th fastest. He is in at the moment. What about Zhou Guan Yu in the kick Sauber, and he is out 19th fastest. We expected him to be out anyway because he just didn't have the pace all weekend long, as didn't Valtteri Bottas, as he's only 18th. Both Saubers out again in a season that they are really struggling. Gasly is out as well in the Alpine, 18th fastest for Pierre Gasly, and Carlos Sainz goes 6th fastest. Last year's pole sitter and winner gets through as well. Daniel Ricciardo, who had pace in practice yesterday, is out 16th in the RB. The man fighting for his Formula One future is out in Q1 along with Stroll, Gasly, Bottas and Zhou. Whoa! Max Verstappen with a big moment at the final corner, and he exceeded track limit, so that's ruined his lap, and Verstappen will have to go again if he wants to get himself into Q3. That was a mistake from Lando Norris there, a big slide. Carlos Sainz goes 6th fastest, good lap from the man who took victory here last year. It's down to Fernando Alonso to see what he can do. Sergio Perez is the driver at risk. He was now in Q2 here last year, along with Max Verstappen, but Verstappen's looking to go through. Will Perez go through? We'll see. Alonso across the line, goes 9th and pushes Perez into the bottom 5. What about Kevin Mack on his Formula One return after a race ban last week? He's back this week and he goes 12th fastest in the Haas, can't get through into Q3. What about he does at the moment? 10th fast for Alex Albon. What about his teammate Franco Colapinto, who was in Q3 last week before he scored points? Colapinto crosses the line and just misses out on our qualifying Albon. And for getting into Q3, he's 11th. Make that 12th for Sonoda. Goes 8th into Q3. But what about Sergio Perez, who's down 8th? Is he going to improve enough to get into Q3? No, he's out. Perez is out for the second year running here in Singapore. Once again, Sergio Perez struggles with the pace of that Red Bull, and he's out in Q2 once again. Hulkenberg goes through, but Perez is out.
She did a footful. We'll have a look through that. Franco
Colapinto with a bit of a slide there, cut turn 5, and that's what cost him time to get into Q3. He's out.
Really tight. Really tight. I'm really sorry. Well,
yeah, sorry. Franco, it's a good lap. You put it together. We were quite there on all the tyres, but well done on your side. Everything you could have done is there.
So the two Williams of Albon and Colapinto are out, along with Magnussen, Ocon, and one of the big Sergio Perez. After the success in Baku, he's down in 13th here in Singapore. Oscar Piastri, the man who took victory last week in Baku, looking to see if he can have the pace to challenge for it tomorrow. But let's see what his pace is like in qualifying today. Piastri's fast, if someone's gone off. Oh, I think it was Carlos Sainz, it is. Carlos Sainz at the final corner. And a man who won here last year has gone into the wall. And the smooth operating Spaniard has crashed and he's ended his session early. And that is disaster for Carlos Sainz and for Ferrari. So let's see what happened then. He was caught putting his tyres and warming them up now and starting a lap. Oh, and he just had an understeer and got into the wall. And that's what ruined his chances of fighting for the front row or even pole. That is disaster for last year's pole sitter and winner here last year.
Yeah, I mean, if it was cold tires, put it together, or it was...
So all these drivers, because of the red flag, are going to have one flying lap with one new set of soft tyres. So it is looking to be a dash for pole. No one's going to get... We don't know who's going to get pole. We're about to find out in the last few moments of this session. Lando Norris flying in the middle sector. The man who's had pace all weekend long, looking to grab pole. But Oscar Piastri's on it at the moment, and he extends an advantage into the 129s. 129.9 for Oscar Piastri. But the man who's been on pole 4 times this season, 5 poles so far in Formula 1, can he make it a 5th pole of the season and a 6th pole in F1? He's got it at the moment. A 29.5 for Lando Norris on provisional pole here in Singapore. Charles Leclerc, the man who did have pace with Lando Norris throughout the whole weekend, he crosses the line and he's only 4th fastest behind Nico Hulkenberg. What about the Mercedes now? Lewis Hamilton coming into the final corner. The man in his new Mercedes livery celebrating 50 years with Petronas. Hamilton crosses the line. He's on the front row. Great lap from Lewis Hamilton. Can he hang on to it, or will Max Verstappen nick it away from the 7-time world champion? Max is on the front row. Good effort from him, but he's not on pole. He hasn't been on pole since Spain. He'll have to wait to Austin to try and get pole. Russell goes 4th fastest. Great session for Mercedes, and Tsunoda goes 8th fastest, ahead of Leclerc, who's had his lap time deleted. But it's Lando Norris who takes pole for the first time in Singapore. It's a 5th pole of the season for the Brit, and it's a 6th career pole in Formula 1. The man who's chasing down Max Verstappen in the World Championship in a car that is leading the Constructors' Championship is on pole in Singapore, and this could be a crucial Grand Prix for not only Lando Norris but for McLaren as well in both World Championships. This Grand Prix could be a tight one.